Hello, I'm Robbie.
And I'm Jenny. And a lot of you are wondering, where in the world is Robbie and Jenny today? So we have had closure out at Myrtle Beach. We have packed up our home and put it in storage. And we feel that God is inviting us on a new adventure. And it has been almost a month, and this is the adventure of our lifetime. We feel like it's been like a scavenger hunt or a treasure hunt. We have been getting to catch up with people and meet new people and just get to have some free time to go about and see lots of interesting new places. Definitely have leading that our new home base will be up in the mountains of western North Carolina,
Mountains.
as in like mountains right behind us. So
Right.
kind of we've arrived.
Right. So we were bouncing all around, following God's clues, and we got the opportunity to stay with my brother and his wife up in Indiana, Rusty and Claire. And as the week ended, we found a place for rent in Burnsville, North Carolina, which is where we believe God is really leading us. And they booked us an Airbnb, so that way we could stay a couple of nights in the city and get to know the city, get the feel for it. It's a six and a half hour ride from Indiana to Burnsville, North Carolina. And on the way, the Airbnb canceled and referred us to a place called High Pastures. And we found out that it was a Christian retreat on 700 acres on a mountain here in Burnsville. And we called them, and they let us make a reservation. So after we went and saw the house and looked around at the house, we went there, and they welcomed us. They are so awesome. They're so awesome there. And the director there, there's this beautiful young lady named Cheryl there that we love. And the director there is named Philip, and it's him and his wife Becca that run it. And they had actually done ministry in Myrtle Beach, right like at the Aquarius Hotel, which is right downtown of the boardwalk at Myrtle Beach, where we got the opportunity to do a lot of ministry. So we actually knew some of the same people. We knew some of the same addicts and some of the same God stories of how they've overcome, which was really awesome. That of all the places and the mountains we went to, God had already positioned some people that had similar stories and similar experiences as us, and that we could talk about. So that was an instant. We knew we were at the right place. And we stayed there a couple of nights. And we still didn't know where we were going. We hadn't heard back from the guy, the rental house. He didn't call us back. We talked to him, and he hadn't called us back. So there was no definite there. And actually, as we're making this video, we still haven't heard from him. So we got up this morning. The last night rental was last night. We got up this morning not knowing where we were going next. We were at the end of our clues, at the end of our rope. We were going to meet a local couple for lunch. But we were at the end. And we were hanging on by prayer and trust alone. We were pretty bleak. Not bleak, but it was daunting, And God gave us this verse in Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 31:25. And it says, "For I fully satisfy the weary soul, and I replenish every languishing and sorrowful person."
So we pack up the car and leave our fancy little cabin and our new friends, and we went to lunch. And we got to meet Mike and Mary at lunch. And, just driving there, Robbie's saying, okay, this is just our next treasure. These are people that we get to, that know the town, that we can probably tell them what we're looking for, and they can keep an eye out for a rental for us. And figured that we'd swap phone numbers, and they treated us to a really awesome meal, and it was such a joy getting to hear testimonies of their life and God stories and their heart and their passion and things that they're interested in. And the meal came to an end, and Mike leaned over and he said, we have an apartment below our home. And we want to extend it to you and Robbie. So immediately after our meal, we jumped in the car and got to follow them home. And they have welcomed us onto their property. They have taken care of us. And so hour by hour, we go out not knowing, but trusting that God is a good Father. And when He tells us, and we take Him at His word, even if we're nervous about it, that He has really good plans for us and for a fullness of life for us. So we not only immediately have friends, we have really God shining down on us saying, kids, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. You're on the right track.
So we are in Burnsville, North Carolina. God has set us here with a church, friends, with retreat friends, with friends,
and
pray.
A really cool downtown area and
Yes.
a local coffee shop.
Yes. So continue praying for us. Continue praying for us. Reach out. Reach out to us. We need prayer. We need to know that you're praying for us right now, so that we can pray alongside you too.
So we learned this week that the definition of success is just your next step of faith, your next step of obedience. So we just want to challenge you with that. Who are you having lunch with? How are you the answer to somebody's need or prayer request? And how are you stepping out in faith? We love you.
We love
we
you.
miss you.
We
God
miss you.
bless you.
God bless you.